Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my new setup, what I've deemed Firebase Jungle Storm, here at my undisclosed West Coast Island location. Now, the first couple episodes that you've seen here have been very guerrilla style, shot from either GoPro or a cell phone. The reason that they're so kind of, Blair Witch Project is because I didn't understand how the filming of it would translate onto the screen and the editing process until like 2 years later when I was done. And I saw it and just went, tap. So I figured a little bit of context was in order to kind of explain what you've seen so far, what you're going to see in the future. So I'm originally from Southern Ontario, and in 2016, me and one of my best friends, Bernard, just got sick of the rat race. We decided to just bounce and go live our lives. And I quit my job, and I packed up everything I owned into a storage unit, and we just bounced in his car. And we were headed to Pools Land, which is a hippie commune out in Tofino, was a hippie commune out in Tofino in BC. Michael Poole has since died of cancer, and it's been shut down, but it changed a lot of people's lives for the better. I did psychedelic mushrooms in Pools Land for the first time, and oh god, that changed my life. But so far it's been mostly the adventures leading up to that, the caves in Parksville before we got there, the bomber plane that's out in Tofino. So moving forward, it's going to be some stuff from Pools Land, which I don't have as much footage as I would like. I don't know if I lost a USB drive or something, but I don't have as much footage as I would like, and the footage that I have is not as good as I would like it to be. So Pools Land just kind of lives on in the sketchy footage that people like me have. From there we went to Kennedy Lake, which was, 20 kilometers down a logging road in the middle of nowhere. It was gorgeous. We went there with a couple people that we'd met from Pools Land, including Mountain Man Frank, who, man, that guy was a bush child. And that's where we find that bear print on that hike with Mountain Man Frank. Then we go to Salt Spring. I don't think I have any footage from Salt Spring. We were only there for a week. And, it was probably about this time. I'm looking and it's August 25th. Probably around this time, 2016, my friend that I had come out here with was like, hey man, I got to get back. I'm running out of money. I got a life to get back to. I got bills to pay. And he went back and did the same thing and lived a normal person's life. And I had met a guy in Pools Land called Red, another character in the story. Now, Red was 36 at the time, and he'd been voluntarily homeless most of his life. And he knew how the system worked. He left his hometown at the age of 19 on his pedal bike, and he had just been working and kind of living on the streets / living in the bush ever since. And he was like, now that winter's coming, I'm just going to go to Victoria, I'm just going to stay in a homeless shelter, and I'm going to work for a temp agency. They pay you the same day. And he offered to show me how it all worked. And when faced with the option of going back to Ontario and living that plebeian lifestyle and just living on my fucking sister's couch, and learning how to be homeless on the West Coast, well, needless to say, I chose the latter. Because something's wrong with me. But I actually had a great time being homeless. It was like an experience of a lifetime. Red taught me that there's two things that you can do when you're camping and being homeless, when you're rolling into a new city for the first time, which is what we did. We just had a backpack, so neither of us knew anything about this place. He'd kind of been through a couple times when he was a kid, and it was like, you can either keep all of your stuff with you, your tent, your sleeping bag, your sleeping pad, everything, and you can set up in a park every day and take down and carry your stuff with you everywhere you go to keep your stuff safe. Or you can go long outside the outskirts of town, find a secluded location, set up, camouflage, and hunker down. And if you're in a good enough spot, nobody's going to find your stuff. You don't have to carry all this stuff with you everywhere. I'm sure you've seen the shopping carts of people pushing stuff around. The only difference is it's real hard to get into town. You got to be at work for 6 o'clock in the morning. Get up and at her at 4:30. It kept our stuff safe, but it made doing anything a bitch. So we went to do laundry one day, and Red sticks me in his kitty hauler behind his bike, and we made the long trek into town to do laundry. And that was quite the adventure. me getting my first job, the construction temp agency, and slowly kind of transitioning into a normal life. And as I transition into a normal life more, I start recording less. From being homeless, I transitioned into living in a hostel over the winter. And then from there into a place called the Unity House, which I have no footage of, but has its own Facebook page. So, maybe I'll link it somewhere, but you can go check what that's about, and you can kind of understand why I wasn't recording Crazy Adventures for a bit. From there, it's all kind of intermittent, but, I guess we'll explain that as it goes. So I guess with that, let's roll the tape.
Alright, so here we are in the middle of Pools Land, Tofino, BC, butt nowhere. And we have found what is to become our campsite over the next couple of weeks. Over the hill and through the bush to Bernard's camp we go. This shall be transformed. Today we bring out the axes and machetes. And I'm gonna live in here. It's gonna be great. Alright, hi-ho, pioneer time. Day 7, Camp Coyote. Just woke up, be nice and set up here, out in the bush. And today is our first relax day. And fuck knows how long. I'm gonna show you what we done with camp. Oh. That's where I'm staying. That's my little bivouac. Good, homie. Oh, it's about 7:30.
Really? That early still?
Yeah.
Close enough for a while.
On your feet. Sleeping in your little man shelter in there? Your little fucking man coon.
What's the plan right now?
Hi, Bernard. Had rain for the past 2 days. My little shelter did not quite hold up to the onslaught that we are not used to. So, had a rage fest this morning. Made my camp 2.0. Got the bigger tarp. Planks underneath that, so I should finally sleep flat and life should be all good and merry now. Oh. From the coyote den over to Bernard's little encampment here. Bernard's gone a little more ham with the tarpies. And sleeps in a little spider cocoon of ratchet straps. Hi, Bernard. Bernard's playing Monster Hunter. Thank you, Kyle. Monster Hunter has kept me through many hours of rainy nights. Bernard's pretty much done his shit. I got a lot to do. Dry out all my stuff. Fighting the weather here is a bitch. We have arrived at Kennedy Lake. I camped on the ground in one of the cedar spots like a normal person. And Frank, hi Frank, slept in a tree cave. Good job, Frank. I'm
Thank
impressed.
Because apparently I'm a part of nature and a wild animal and I don't give a shit.
You can do it, Bernard. Ah. Woo. I'm coming up, Red. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. God damn. And this is on an island. Oh. Think this is the same lake? Said, do you think this is the same lake? I figured it should be. Decided to follow the shoreline. Dun, dun, dun.
Hey, check it out. Red! Airplane.
What'd you find, Frank?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's beautiful. Here's another one.
There's your bear print.
There he is.
We shall go and follow the bear.
Little bear. But still a bear.
Like the type of bear they make cartoons of, bear.
What? Something like eagle or something. Oh, that bigger one? I used to go and steal tires from this man.
Oh no, you lost something.
Saying right after the berry season ends, the mushroom season starts. Just like keep them going and they'll munch on all the berries and mushrooms. Actually, I wonder if they're still having it here. Doesn't even get going. I guess we're gonna eat like a bear for the next longest I can.
A bear? It'll take us like a month to eat a bear.
No, eat like a bear.
Oh. Berries and mushrooms.
Berries in the summer, mushrooms in the fall. Don't know what in the winter though. Big old piece of pie.
Big. CoPilot Log, unknown, day unknown. It's like August 19th, 20th, something like that. It's about noon. For the past 5 days, we've been on Salt Spring Island, which is a tiny little island between Vancouver Island and the mainland. It's really small. We've been in the main town of Ganges, camping out in the park. But it's private property, and we kind of got run off by an angry old man. And there's not a lot of room to camp in and around here, so it's pretty cool. A lot of lakes and stuff like that, but nowhere to camp, not a lot to do. So Bernard is heading off on his own, probably going home. And me and Red are heading to Victoria, hooking up with Chris, gonna sleep in the bush there somewhere and make some money until, I don't know, find a job in October picking mushrooms or something like that. Maybe go to Mexico this summer, who knows. I'm kind of figuring it out as I go. But yeah, lake tonight, leave tomorrow morning, and then we'll see what happens. So Marking down the side of the road. I'm on foot. Bernard's gone. I got no money. I got all my gear. Oh, red stop. Walking down the side of the highway with all of my shit. Curious fuck. Bernard's gone. I'm on foot now with my stuff and Red's mountain that's attached to his bike, which he pulls like a champion. And we're headed to the highway here in Victoria, hopefully, which is that way, we think, said the guy at the dispensary. And then westbound to a lake where we can hopefully find a place to camp where nobody else is gonna fucking bug us, nobody's gonna steal our stuff. Big truck. And find work. It's weird. It's like a mini Toronto out here. Hi, Dad. Aren't you proud of me? I'm living like a bum. Oh, shit. August 25th. Well, I got myself a job today. I also got myself a ride back from said job. But it's in a little bit of a tricky circumstance. It's alright. I get where I gotta go. I gotta say, man, this province is something else. Happy as a pig in mud, Sarge! Load me up. That one first? I have been loaded into my X-Wing cockpit. I really wish I had a little view hole. I have been loaded in the back of the kitty hauler and we are good to go.
Man, that was fucking funny. I remember when I did that, just how many looks I got from people. Like, man, what the hell is that guy doing? And also just questioning why I was recording, what it was that I was doing and going through. But, yeah, from there, I transitioned into a pretty normal life. You know, got a job, got a regular kind of place to stay, started staying at the Unity House. And things got pretty normal for a while. Nothing really to tell up until 2019 when I went tree planting, and that was a good time. I've got some fantastic footage of that. But I gotta go find it. So, I'm gonna go do that now.